What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. We in the house today. Okay. Yeah. It's Uncle Reg. Yeah. It's on a hard ass Friday, the end of the month. You know, we gotta give it to you. We gotta talk about Nolan Wells. Some news came down that they finished with the autopsy and talk about Big U and Wack 100 and Future. Some new information came out on Big U case, and it seemed like it's implicating Wack 100 and Baby, if I'm not mistaken. The Future being chased, LAX. Oh man, it's crazy, folks. It's crazy. So let's see who we got in the house. I don't got too many people in the house right now. Oh, we got Eric Red. Okay. Yeah. What's up? We got the other guy on here, Francisco. I don't know if anybody troll or something. I don't know if it's a troll or not. But anyway, what's up? What's up? Everybody's welcome along. Be cool. Be cool with it. Be cool with it. It's too hot to be hot right now. They said out here in California, way out in the desert, it's gonna be like 113, 114, 120 and shit. It's already 100 here. Shit. And I'm somewhat in the desert, but the desert out here, you talking about 120. It's hot here now, man. It's hot everywhere too. I mean, you just having trouble now. Every time I come on, it just happens. I don't understand this shit. Hold on. God damn. Oh, I'm back. All right. So, what's up, Eric Red? Yeah. So, folks, before we start, support the channel. I appreciate it. It's the end of the month. We can give a little Uncle Red something. You know, super chat. Cash App, or you can say, become a member of the show. I got a lot of videos you can look at under the members. A lot. So, or give me a sub. I appreciate the sub. Appreciate the subs and the likes. Subs and the likes. I love those. So, support the channel. Support the channel. So, let's get right into it, man. Man, what I wanted to say. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. She's a cat doing too much. All right. I want to talk about this. Nobody has talked about this. Just like this whole entire case has got pushed under the rug, way under the rug. I mean, way under the rug. And I see that the legacy media is trying to revive it, but nobody's trying to hear about this anymore. This is one case, murder case. It's a cold case, basically. I don't know if it's a cold case or not, but this Nancy Guthrie, remember her? Um, that's the mother of Savannah Guthrie, um, the broadcaster, the journalist that was on Today. They used to be on Today, NBC morning show Today. Remember, she got kidnapped. Mother got kidnapped, and she was like 84 years old, and they wanted some money and stuff. And apparently, these fools said in the letter that she's already passed away. She been passed away because she was on a lot of medicines and stuff like that, and they kidnapped her but didn't take her medicines with her. But anyway, when they took the medicine, she would have died anyway because she was in fear of her life and stuff. So she probably would have had a heart attack anyway, which she probably did, but without the medicines, her demise was even quicker. But they gave her a ransom note. I think they knew that she was dead, was still trying to get money out of it, but it didn't happen. So um, they gave another ransom note a couple of weeks ago, saying that, your mother's dead, been dead. We didn't know that, she was in this state of health and all this. This is some wild shit. I'm trying to go on like, okay, like nobody's doing anything about this, man. Nothing. You know, so they want the body. They want to know where the body's at. They won't tell her because they're afraid that they get caught and they get caught. They probably do 190 years and shit. Probably doesn't matter what color is shit. But man, this is some wild shit here, man. This is some wild shit. Ain't nobody talking about this. Nobody. It's almost like it's been forgotten. Once the Nolan Wells case started popping off. No, it was before the Nolan Wells. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony case popped off. That was it. This case got thrown on the back burner. It beyond the back burner. Yeah, beyond the back burner, man. But her mother been dead. So what they want now is just the body and stuff. I mean, but they can't get no money. It's just so. I mean, I don't understand this. Okay, you can't get no money, but you still what you gonna charge for the body? Charge some money for the body? Or something? I don't know. It's some weird shit. Now a lot of people said that she had something to do with mother death. This was orchestrated by Savannah for whatever reason. I don't know that that's true or not. But her mom is dead, but this case is still like it's still open, man, because they haven't really they don't know the they don't know where the person's at, know where mother's at, which is crazy. Had no clues, nothing. That's just crazy, man. All they want now is they know she probably dead because they even said that she died maybe a week or so after she was kidnapped. Because of she was real old, elderly, and she was on a lot of medication that she depended on to live. And and the thing that she probably was stressed out, because she was kidnapped and he was threatening her. You don't know what they was trying to did to her or whatever. Yeah. So if they find these guys, man, they gone, they toast. Um, shit, they might get the death penalty and shit. Straight up. They gone. I don't know why the FBI is not on this case or anything like this. This is crazy, man. If the FBI is on the case, shame on the FBI. This is what happened when you got someone like Cash Patel running the FBI. It should have been solved this case. It should have been on this shit, man. This is crazy. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had to talk about it because it was just like nobody's talking about it. It was just like this is like bizarre, some bizarre shit here, man. They'll never find who killed the mother. If she was kidnapped or not, well, what was it? They didn't get no money, or at least they didn't get no money. But anyway, um, yeah, I had to talk about that, man. That's crazy. Let's see what's next. Hey, Vin Diesel, we'll get Vin Diesel. Right? Oh no. So, folks, we're gonna go over first. Let's talk about Big U real quick. Wack 100 and Big U drama. Apparently, Big U got hit with a second superseding indictment, and what it entails is the rapper Future. This is what everybody's talking about. And not only that, we got an audio I'm gonna play of Wack 100. Most likely, seem like he's implicating himself, Big U, Baby, and Trick, some other rapper. But it reported the indictment entails a 2014 incident where Henley and associates alleged assaulted and chased Grammy-winning recording artist Future through the LA Los Angeles International Airport LAX to collect a debt. And this is the time 2014. Wack 100 and Big U was cool, real cool with each other. I guess they was working together, maybe extorting people. Crip blood, extorting people. If they play the shell game. Hey, these Crips extorted me. So okay, well, I'll make sure they won't extort you, but you got to pay me a little something. And so they won't extort them. And then when they get some money from them, they pass a little bit of little percentage over to Big U, and vice versa. That's how they was playing it, man. It was extorting a lot of rappers that came in town. Check in. The check in shit started here. Some people say it was started with Jay Prince, but I don't know. But yeah, they got him messed up. Now everybody is denying this right now. They're really denying this. Wack 100 that, DJ Academics played it. He said it's not true and stuff. Well, he's saying that, okay, it's not true, but what is this audio? Y'all chase Future in the goddamn LAX over a goddamn gambling debt that he had with another rapper, Trick. This is wild. Oh, where's my music at, man? Okay, where's my... Play that. No, I just play that. All right. I'm just saying. So we're gonna play this video right now. So the new charges is jailhouse plot, persecuting alleged that on June 10th, any opposed to Joe Edmond offering to pay them to murder seriously injure a key government witness. Victim 1. Damn. And then you got 2, sex trafficking conspiracy. Henry accused of paying co-defendant between November 22 and January 2023 to transport women from Los Angeles to Las Vegas for the purpose of prostitution. So he was in that game too. Boy, this motherfucker was doing it, man. And then COVID-19 relief fund. He said Henry filed fraudulent EIDL pandemic relief loan application for his business, Celebrity Socks, including false statements to the government, and then 7 new felony breakdowns, 2 counts of listening to commit crimes of violence, 2 counts of witness tampering, 1 count of sex trafficking conspiracy, and 2 counts of wire fraud. This is about to be. He's gonna be in this motherfucker forever, man. He's gonna be in this motherfucker forever. This is a black judge said no bail again. This is Brian Anthony always saying. And then it said documents about Nipsey Hussle disputed with the music equipment, demanding musical equipment from the late rapper Hussle, whose career initially helped launch. So I didn't know about that. He wanted musical equipment. Okay, and then we know about this. I'm gonna talk about this, play this video in a minute. The Los Angeles Times reported this incident detailed 2014 where the incident with Henley and associates assaulted and chased Grammy-winning recording artist Future through the LA International Airport to collect the debt. So let's go ahead and get over here and play this so we can. Okay. So Big U he's finished, but Wack, man, I don't know. Wack might get in trouble off of this, man. They're definitely gonna get brought up on the stand. They're going to testify. So this is gonna be crazy. But let's go ahead and play this. We're gonna play this right now.
Roll some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player.
Sierra.
So he was with Sierra at the time. So Future that was with Sierra at the time. Maybe that's probably why Sierra got, jumped ship and went to somebody safer. Y'all probably say, oh, she went with him because he's a football player and stuff and that. No, she probably went with him because it probably is safer on her life. You had to worry about motherfuckers, rolling up on you. You in the airport, motherfuckers roll up on you because you gambling and shit. And you running away, leaving her behind. But anyway, let's go.
We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take the jock out of here. When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Tricky? Take off run. I'm chasing.
So, Big U, I just stayed behind and actually made sure that Sierra didn't go nowhere. They put the bag on her. This is crazy, fool. Fool, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. But this nigga took off running. Let's go. Let's continue.
On the dead homies through the Delta. The nigga runs into a motherfucking terminal and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
No. I guess they call it a sky ladder. So he went through the sky ladder, the terminal part where it hooks to the plane where you could board the plane. Apparently, there was no hooked up on it. It was he got to the end of that, and he didn't want to jump or some shit like that. But anyway, let's go.
Bro, wow. He runs into the terminal. True story. Runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know he can only go so far. Cause what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? he throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now. He said, yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on? I say, oh, trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard and he owe bro a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get.
So it looks like he's I think he's talking about baby. If I'm not mistaken, he's talking about baby. Yeah.
Get up and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, Wack, my word to you, I'll pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me Trick, I'll pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to fuck off the way. Trick got his wire. Me, Trick, and Big U was real.
Okay, we playing it over again.
Still close at the time, right? Hey, Future owed bro some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player.
Sierra.
We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take the jock out of here. When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Tricky? Take off run. I'm chasing the.
That's why people don't believe it, because if you was running in the airport now, with the security they got now, they would have stopped both of them. They would threw them on there. That's why people don't believe it. And remember, this is tight ass security now. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't it? They didn't catch it or something. I don't know. Maybe it was an off night, off business day or whatever. But I read some of these comments, man. Is there nothing wrong with running away? Okay, you tell me you cannot use go to authority to report someone. Okay, so okay. Don't really nothing Wack say. Okay, mouthpiece, hip hop. Okay. They don't believe. They say he was talking. He said he's going too far with this airport anyway. They said how he's not being investigated for it. People are saying that they don't know. That's why DP Academic came out now. Wack 100 came out and said that this is false. I don't believe it. But you got your own audio talking about this shit. Is it real or not? Now somebody says old news, so if somebody said it already, this is real. Wack 100 is a Fed informant. Trust me, this is an accurate story. So they said he's a Fed. I've been hearing that for a lot. I've been hearing that a lot.
From the dead homies through the Delta that runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
No, bro.
Wow. He runs into the terminal. True story. Runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know he can only go so far, because what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now.
That's it. He's implicating it. He's the baby. Cash money. He's implicating him. I know they're talking about baby. Unless it's another Stunner boy, but I think they're talking about baby. This is crazy, man. Play one more time, and that's it.
He said, yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on? I say, oh, trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard and he don't throw a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, Wack, my word to you, I'll pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me Trick, I'll pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to football. Trick got his wire. Me, Trick, and Big U was real close at the time, right?
See, so this is a time, remember, this is a time when Wack 100 and Big U was close. I think they was doing business together, basically, in LA, doing extortion shit or something, whatever the case, when they both was in the record business too. So they was, they was doing their thing together, despite from being from different sets and stuff. One blood, one crip. Yeah. Is he blood? I don't know, man. With you? Wait a minute. I don't know, man. I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. Roller 60s, okay. Yeah. So they had a partnership going, man. Had a partnership going. Let's go.
Hey,
one more time.
Future old broke some money. All right, Trick in Detroit. Me and Big U on a red-eye flight to Atlanta. We coming to LAX. We coming through the security, putting our bag through the thing. Who we see on the other side? Future and the girl that's with the football player.
Sierra.
We see Future and Sierra. I say, bro, is that who I think it is? He looked. I said, yeah. I said, you take the jock out of here. When we come to the thing, I say, hey, homie, you got that money for Trick? He take off running. I'm chasing the dead homies through the Delta. That runs into a motherfucking terminal, and he runs into the thing, but it ain't hooked up to no plane. He left it.
No, bro.
Wow. He runs into the terminal. True story. Runs into the terminal, right? When he run into the terminal, he take his phone out, right? He know he can only go so far, because what you gonna do? Jump onto the runway? That's a long drop down there, right? He throws the phone at me on speaker. All I hear is Stunner voice. He say, Wack, it's me, Stunner. Talk to me. I say, Stunner, I'm busy right now. He said, yeah, but I don't want you to be, nephew. What the going on? I say, oh, trick a bag, man. He can't be in our backyard and he don't throw a bag. Either he gonna pay or he finna get up and then he gonna pay, right? Trick at home sleep. He don't know what's going on. He in Detroit, right? He say, Wack, my word to you, I'll pay the debt. Let him be. I got business with that man. I said, what? He said, Wack, this Stunner talking to you. As your brother, leave him be. You got my word, whatever the debt is. Send me Trick, I'll pay him in the morning. On me. I'm giving you my word. I threw it back to football. Trick got his wire. Me, Trick.
All right. So that's the situation. I don't know anything gonna happen with Wack 100 off of this and stuff. A lot of people denying that this is true, but it's the audio. So I mean, how can you say, "Oh, that's not true"? Okay, but why would he say something like that? He was just talking. Come on, man, something's up with this. I'm sure that he's going to be questioned. Remember, this coming from a superseding indictment, a second one. So he's going to probably end up getting pulled into court. Wack 100. and probably Trick, and probably Baby. So all three of these names is mentioned in this. So it's gonna be real interesting when this trial really happens for Big U and stuff. Shit, you know. You never know, man. They might try to get Wack 100 on something. I don't know. Well, this is wild, man. So let's see what we got here. Okay, hit the poll. So we got here on the poll so far the same as independent. He was murdered. Okay, we got that, and then 25%. He was both murdered and drowned, or he died of overdose drugs. 25%. So what's we got right now? Yo, wait a minute. Security guard ran away. Long drive. The busy Trick sleeping again. Trick sleeping. Hey man. I mean, this is a weird situation, man. And Wack 100, man. He's a ghetto gossip queen, man. Shit. Gossip king. I'm gonna say that. He know everything, man. Shit, that's crazy, man. How much he know? He said, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know this. Damn. Okay. Well, I don't know, man. This might catch up to Wack 100. I don't know. This situation here, this ain't nothing to play. This is Fed shit here, man. You know, I'm sure that the Feds want to put other people in prison for the rest of their life, along with Big U. You know, so just the fact that they in this superseding indictment, you know, it's already problems. And the audio. Of course, Wack 100 friends, you know, DJ academics and others gonna say that it's not real and stuff like that, but okay. They're gonna throw academics gonna get jammed up. He's gonna be crying because he ain't built for no jail. He ain't built for all this games. We talk all this hoopla. He ain't even built for that shit. But I guess that's where the money's at. So, you know, report on the hood shit. But the hood shit will come back and bite you. That's the only thing. Report on the hood shit. You know, I mean, report on the wrong incident, you know, they might get you for it. But anyway, let's get on to let's see what I'm gonna do first. Oh, Cheyenne Bryant, man. Apparently, Cheyenne Bryant got her PhD now. People say she had a PhD and stuff like that. You know, it was false. But apparently, the president of Indiana Southwest Christian University awarded her earned doctorate of theocentric psychology. So she got her PhD. That's why she put that gown on and stuff like that. Doctor gave it to her. Now people saying that, you know, she made a deal with the doctor. Maybe the doctor wanted a date with her or something, or maybe they did something, or he loved her and shit, you know, so he just gave her a degree and shit and all this stuff. Is it a fake? No, it's not fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. They're trying to say that, but I don't think it's not fake. I mean, so it's actually, to me, this whole situation is closed now because of the fact that she didn't have it. Remember when she was saying everybody was saying she didn't have it, and they you know, they ousted the house saying that she didn't have it, but this university is accredited as far as I know. I think Lamont Hill was talking to the guy, the president. Let me see if I can find that video. Please hold on. Okay, here it goes. We're gonna play a little bit of it. But he sat down with this president dude and talk about her degree. And I wanted it. I saw it. This is some weird shit, dog. But okay, I'll play it now. So I got it now. So we're gonna play this. They got Jamal Bryant in there because they both go Cheyenne Bryant and Jamal Bryant go back and forth. So we're gonna play it and see what y'all think. Let's go.
Him for putting her on in the first place. And then later on, when all the controversy happened, he apologized. He apologized for a few reasons. In fact, let me show you what the latest development is with Dr. Jamal Bryant, because he posted something today that I thought was very interesting.
I shouldn't even have to do this. It's ridiculous. Over a month ago, I came to you and apologized for platforming Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. I felt I had a responsibility considering my sister is the former president of the American Psychological Association, one of the youngest to ever hold that position. Not soon after that, I received an email, a cease and desist, not to mention her name or to speak to the controversy. I scanned down to the bottom, and it was not from a lawyer, not from an attorney, not anybody who was barred. It was from Cheyenne Bryant herself. I said, I'm gonna walk away. I do not want to be a part of black on black crime. So I let it go, never addressed it, never mentioned it again until I received this email on yesterday from Dr. Jaquel Pitts, who is serving as the president of Indiana Southwest Christian University, who said to me in writing that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has just received her PhD in theocentric psychology. I did a quick Google search. Indiana, the whole state, does not recognize Indiana Southwestern Christian University, is not registered.
Okay. So that's let me. Is he right? Let's see. Let's put it back.
In theocentric psychology. Again, I didn't even use Claude or ChatGPT. Google, the cheapest one, says that theocentric psychology shifts a person from ego to universal thought. I don't even know what that means. The president goes on to say that they cannot provide any transcripts. I send a one-line email. Who are y'all accredited by? And he sent me back this. Accreditation Religioso. I don't know what this means.
So is this all fake? I think you might be right. This might be fake. But again, some of us that have been on here long enough know about Cheyenne Bryant when she got brought in by Zoe Williams on his show, Voice of Reason. She was just always on there, and she was claiming to be a psychologist and all that shit. Oh, they were him, your boy, I forgot his name. He's on here now too. Dr. G, and it was Bob B used to be on the show too. Sometimes Corey come over there, but it's the other guy that used to be on there that's got a show that fell out with him. I forgot. Damn. He was a comedian also, but he used to be over there all the time too. But Cheyenne Bryant used to be over there giving her viewpoints on, some of the folks call in with problems and stuff like that. And I really think that she's one of these women that use her looks to the fullest benefit. We got them out here. They know they look fine, light skinned and stuff, especially the one light skinned. You know, they think that you just gonna fall over here and do what they want and shit. You know, they out here, California. She's one of them. But her beauty got her a long way. A long way. And I don't even think she had to lay down in the bed to get what she wants. That's how fine that you guys think she is. She could just say this and that and third, and maybe promise them this and that, and that's it. They just do shit because, you know, they just want to be in her presence and stuff. This is crazy. Real simple shit. But anyway, listen to it.
But ladies and gentlemen, the last line that I've highlighted for you is no transcript can be provided. I'm not going back and forth with y'all. The president of Indiana Southwest Christian University doesn't even have a college email. Jackwell Pitts is on Gmail. So if you want the transcript, email him directly, and maybe he'll be able to give you answers I'm not able to provide. Y'all, let's shut the case on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. The only robes I want to see people in are the 500 kids who are trying to go to Howard.
So that was the latest that came out.
Now, that's another situation that I'll probably talk about. With this situation with 500 kids, you know, they got freshmen. They got unenrolled to the college because of unpaid tuition debt. God damn, man, that's crazy. Oh man, I mean, where's the funding? What happened to all the funding that all these black colleges will be getting? I don't know. This is crazy. Well, hold on, real quick. Okay, let's go.
Here today, Dr. Jamal Bryant had his word. He had his say. He laid out his exchanges with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant allegedly. Again, I can't confirm that Cheyenne Bryant sent him that email. I don't want to speak for Cheyenne Bryant. Cheyenne Bryant knows that she is welcome here anytime to share her perspective on this. I'd love to hear it. But that's Jamal Bryant's perspective. That's his case. That's his explanation. He also said that he had an interaction with Bishop Pitts, who is the president of said university. And I said, well, if I can't get Dr. Bryant, well, even if I could get Dr. Bryant, I'd also want to talk to Bishop Pitts to get to the bottom of this, because he's saying, allegedly, that there is a degree, that there is a university, and that this is a legitimate enterprise. And so rather than trafficking internet gossip, rather than guess, I said, let me bring the man in himself. Let me bring the brother in himself, who could help us understand what's going on. So joining us right now is Bishop Jaquel Pitts, who is the president of the university in question. Bishop Pitts, thank you for joining me. And thank you especially for joining me on short notice.
You're welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me, Dr. Hill.
It's a pleasure. Please call me Mark. I'm not into the titles too much. Causes problems.
Okay.
So talk to me. I'm sorry, we live, so I'm working out the light situation as we talk.
Okay.
First of all, what is the institution that you are president of?
Indiana Southwest Christian University is an institution that I am the president of. It's a private Christian university. It's not like secular universities that offer a vast array of subjects like business and biology. It only offers subject matters that pertains to fields in ministry, spiritual counseling, theology, Christian education, church administration, sacred music, Christian art, canon law, church communications, spirituality, and social work. So it's Christ-based. It's not a secular-based institution.
Continue, please. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So we only offer religious-based degrees, and we are recognized by the state of Indiana. I believe I've sent your team official documentation from the state of Indiana recognizing our university. So Dr. Bryant's false claims that we're not registered or recognized in the state, I just want to provide education. So a religious institution or a private Christian university can apply for religious exemption that allows them to operate without any formal secular accreditation. And in regard to receiving federal student aid funds, there are certain institutions that choose not to participate in that process, and so they go by a process of religious exemption. So what we have is official religious exemption from the state of Indiana, which we provided a copy of the letter to your team. If you don't have it, I'll resend it.
Yeah, I have it right here. Let me pull up this letter, because as I'm trying to zoom it in for my audience here, but as I'm reading said letter, it explains what religious exemption is, and it says that it will allow organizations and institutions to be exempted if they have a clearly religious nature, which you're saying you all are. The one thing that it seemed to me, though, that came up at the end of the letter, if I'm not mistaken, is that they will now review your case to see if they will give you the exemption. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. What the letter, based on my interpretation, stated that if there's anything that modifies with the curriculum that we are disseminating, there will be a further review, because the curriculum has to be strictly religious in nature in order for us to receive the religious exemption. Okay.
So as of now, you're saying that the organization has been granted a religious exemption and is accredited by the Indiana's Commission on Higher Education.
What I'm stating is that we have been granted a religious exemption by the state of Indiana, as verified in the letter. In regard to accreditation, We have accreditation, but it is not recognized by the United States Department of Education. There is no actual mandate.
Okay.
There is actual no mandate.
All right. So it's not recognized by the Department of Education. Okay. But she's accredited. So what does that mean? What does that mean, folks? You just said it's not recognized by the Department of Education. I thought you wanted to be recognized by the Department of Education. So she just has the title of a doctor, basically, which everybody was saying she wasn't. So she got a title of a doctor. But I think that you want your title as a doctor to be recognized by all departments, education or religion, whatever. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go.
Accreditation. We are not mandated to have accreditation recognized by the United States Department of Education. There's also religious institutions that specifically object to secular accreditation, but we do have accreditation, but it's not recognized by the United States Department of Education. However, there is no law mandating accreditation.
Okay, understood. So you are not accredited, but you are exempted from those by the accredited organization, and you're standing in that as a principal choice, not as like we're not good enough to be accredited. You're saying we're not based on our religious nature.
No, we are accredited, but we're not accredited by secular accreditation that's recognized by the United States.
By the people that accredit. So just so our audience understands, I'm not trying to nitpick and then I'll move on. Most universities are accredited by certain bodies. Y'all aren't accredited by those bodies. Y'all are accredited by somebody else.
Those are called, I'm very familiar with that. They're classified as regional accrediting bodies. We're not accredited by regional accrediting bodies for two reasons: due to our religious beliefs and because there's actually no law mandating accreditation.
Okay, fair enough.
But we are accredited by a religious form of accreditation that accreditates religious degrees.
Understood. I have here a copy
so she got a religious degree. That's what he's saying.
Dr. Bryant's doctoral diploma?
Yeah, doctorate degree.
Yeah, doctoral degree. I'm sorry, but it's a diploma. But yeah, it's a doctoral degree for sure. I mean, it's definitely paper. And it says Indiana Southwest Christian University hereby confers upon Cheyenne Bryant the degree of Doctor of Psychology, Theocentric Psychology. So on your on the email you sent, you all offer Doctor of Education and Doctor of Philosophy, correct?
Correct.
But here on the paper, it doesn't say that. It says Doctor of Psychology.
That is correct. So for this particular case, we decided to offer a Doctor of Psychology degree to Theocentric Psychology. This particular case is a very profound case. Just to give some background on why I even made this decision, it's because this has been talked about matter for for a consecutive amount of years. And I took the initiative upon myself, because she has 2 honorary doctorate degrees. I took the initiative upon myself to give her a earned doctorate degree. In her interviews that she possesses online, she says, I'm a doctor of psychology. If you go back to her previous video, she says, I'm a doctor of psychology. I'm a doctor of psychology. So that was the primary reason why the degree is classified as a doctor of psychology, because I wanted to validate her self-fulfilled prophecy. And also is there are individuals who doubted the validity of her degree. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to step up and I'll grant her a degree. And now there's proof that she actually has a degree.
So your university doesn't give doctors of psychology, but you've given one, and that one is to Cheyenne Bryant because of her self-fulfilled prophecy.
No, we provide doctor of psychology degrees, but it's rare that students elect to pursue that degree.
How many doctors of psychology have you given ever?
Only one. So literally, the university was created.
And who's that one? Is it Cheyenne Bryant?
Cheyenne Bryant. The university was just established in May of 2026. So, in regard to
wait a minute, this university just established in this year? I don't know, man. This is so
Dr. Bryant's contribution.
This broad know how to, boy. This broad know how to finagle like a mug, boy. She should get an award just for I know how to finagle motherfuckers and shit. She's, but she's actually accredited. Actually, in some ways, she's accredited. You can't say she ain't got no doctorate degree. I mean, you have to discredit him in order to discredit her now. The school she went to. I mean, you have to. I mean, that's what you have to do now.
Narrative about the school not being registered. It was just started in May of 2026, so it's not going to have any type of standing online. It was just established in May of 2026.
How many doctors have you given out total since May?
Only one.
So in the history of this school, which started
in May
8 weeks ago,
yes,
you've given out one degree, and that is to Cheyenne Bryant. So if you've only been open for 8 or 9 weeks, how have you been able to do an earned doctorate? I mean, I understand an honorary doctorate because that's based on life contributions, social contributions, status, etc. But an earned doctorate is usually done through coursework. You couldn't do coursework in 2 months.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with what's required of an earned doctorate. It usually takes 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
But as a private Christian university, we actually reserve the right to waive traditional policies and procedures. So how we conducted that particular decision was we initiated a process called prior learning assessment and credit for prior learning. And what that is that's an assessment on one's previous work in the field of psychology or theocentric psychology. And that is a process where we grant credits based on their vocational experience, their career background. There was also a forensic analysis conducted on the therapy sessions and life coaching sessions conducted by Cheyenne Bryant, as she had.
So basically, what found somebody to give her a degree. That's all. Maybe someone's, referred her to this guy. All right, man. That's I'm not gonna play no more of that, man. But she's a doctor right now, so she's a doctor. So you can't say she's not no more. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. She won in this case. So let's get on down to Nolan Wells. Big news. Everybody's talking about it. Nolan Wells autopsy in Mississippi. Medical examiners is completed. Now the thing is this. The medical examiner office will be presenting all the evidence they got to the grand jury for review. And the grand jury will determine from the findings if this was a crime. So now they got to wait for the grand jury to come back too. And when they do that, I think that's when it's going to be released to the public once the grand jury make their decision whether the evidence they found from coroners that this is a crime or not, or what type of crime or whatever, then they will say, okay, we finished, and then they can release it. And they can release the evidence, and release at least what the grand jury said too. Now we know that the private autopsy was commissioned by Ben Crump, released July 19th. I'm gonna read this again. Okay, per standard, per protocol, the official report will remain sealed from the public and the family until it's presented to a grand jury, which will determine if it's crime occurred. Authorities already previously stated initially suspect accidental drowning. So that's what authorities, the sheriff department, all that, saying that this was a drowning. So when is this going to come out? When is it going to come out? That's what I put the poll up. And right now on the poll, same as the independent autopsy, no. He was murdered, 29%. He was both murdered and drowned, 43%. Y'all saying 43% now. And then we have died of overdose drugs, which is the premise that Officer Taney came up with, that from people telling him, emailing him, Nolan was doing heavy drugs with all the other teenagers that was there, teenagers or young adults that was there doing drugs, doing cocaine or whatever. It was a drug of choice, I guess. And I'm sure there's some fentanyl there too. So he's saying that his death was caused from overdose of drugs, basically. Officer Tatum, he's getting hammered big time for it. But it is what it is. But we're going to find out in a couple of days. I don't know what's going to come out today. They might release that Monday. Usually something like this, they probably release Monday. But no, they got to give it to the grand jury, so that might take a while. Might take a couple of days for the grand jury to look at this and see all the evidence. But they got to determine if we can proceed further. They're the one going to determine if the evidence that the coroners have provided to the grand jury is deemed for trial. Question is, what if they don't deem it as a trial? What if they say there's not enough evidence? What is Ben Crump going to do? What is Al Sharpton going to do? What is the family going to do then? Can they proceed with a civil suit if it was accidental? They say it was accidental. How are people gonna feel if the grand jury comes back and say, we can't charge, we can't even do a case on here, we can't charge nobody? Now, if they do charge somebody, it's going to be that boat operator. Because remember, the boat operator was asked, do you want me to call the Coast Guard? He said, oh, hell no. Stay away from the Coast Guard. No. Because they would have been went out that boat and checked that boat out and find out something going on. And it'd have been a mess. And he probably would have got in trouble because it would have asked him, have you been drinking? You've been drinking? The kid's been drinking? How old are you? And they had to provide IDs and stuff like that. It would have been a big mess. He just wanted to tow. He didn't want to call the Coast Guard. That's what she asked her. I don't know a lot of people caught that. If it's going to be somebody, it's going to be that boat operator that's going to get hit. The one that called in for the tow. Because he was responsible for everybody on that boat. Taking them there and bringing them back. And if he did die on the boat, that means that's responsibility on the boat operator, not the kids. Now it's going to be hard as hell to prove that the kids had something to do with the murder on the boat. If they did, now if the murder occurred off the boat, that's totally entirely different. On an island somewhere, or in the water by the boat. The question is, what's in the autopsy? What will the grand jury say? Because they're looking at it now. As far as we know, going to the grand jury and they're going to look at all the evidence. The Nolan Wells death. There's going to be a lot of mad people. They're still not going to be satisfied. They're going to say it's a sham. They're going to say they're all in it with each other. They knew it was a murder case. They didn't do that. But I'm thinking that somebody should already got arrested already beforehand. Arrest them. Let them bail themselves out or whatever the case may be. Shake the tree so we can find information, but they didn't do that. That's why I know this is maybe a serious cover-up. So folks, don't get mad. You find out that, they're going to say, well, we don't have enough for a trial. Because we consider this a drowning, this and that, a third. We really don't have nothing to go by to say that he was murdered. Hey, don't get mad, folks. I know they're going to get mad. And I think that's what they want. To tell you the truth. They'll try to start something. A whole system crooked, this and that, and third. And if they say that he had drugs in him, remember they doing a medical examiner report and a toxicology report. So now we're gonna see if he had drugs in him too. We have to see if Officer Tatum was right. If it comes back he's wrong, then Officer Tatum gonna be, he's gonna really catch hell. He's gonna really catch hell if the toxicology come back saying that he had no cocaine in his system, or no fentanyl, or any other guy that would sip some alcohol. Because they were all drinking out there. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But we're here for it, folks. So, folks, I'm about to get off here. Let me end this poll. All right, in the poll. But I want to come on here real quick. I wasn't here that long. We got the weekend, so I can make it up on the weekend and stuff. But we're gonna really get into it this weekend. Now, I'm thinking that maybe around Wednesday we'll find out what the grand jury have to say. They've been went over the evidence by the end, whatever. I don't think they're doing nothing today this weekend, but I'm sure Monday, Tuesday, I say about give 2 days, 3 days, and then we'll know by Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'm thinking. It might happen sooner than that. We don't know. I don't know how long a grand jury have to go over evidence. So we got to see. And I hope it don't take no goddamn weeks or a week or two. So come on. Hope not. Let's get this shit over with, man. But anyway, that's all I got. Until next time, I see you guys on the other side.